All right, everybody, thank you all for coming to Poetry Night tonight.
Woo!
It's going to be a really nice time. All right, first off, we have, I think, Stefan. All right, come on down. Let's everyone give a big round of applause for Stefan.
Well, listen. The curse of November. It starts with the departure of a loved one and then the loss of a friend, a bind to foreclosure, and a love that came to an end. The burden killed my brother's fun, brought it down to collateral with a gun. A special evening should have started a trend, and I hated to see it start over again. Thank you.
Samantha, come on down.
Dear John, I love the memories we've shared. Can you hear the laughter, feel the wind in our hair? Dancing effortlessly through the air, smiling through the guilt you never carried. Living life without care, and now I miss you. Dear John, I'm still trying to find you, hoping you'd find me too. You took the piercing from my heart and wear it on your face. The pain that we share burns in your fiery red hair, reaching into space, feeling the universal strings, hoping gravity doesn't pull you down, showing you what love brings. Dear John, my imagination runs wild like a child that has yet to come. Tomorrow you will step through time using life's milestones to fight, ending up alone. This mirror will reveal each wise wrinkle as they are sewn. My serene wish, our name will be etched in time on our stone above our bones. Sincerely, John.
All right, next up, we have Mr. Chris Sanderson. Come on down. Woo! Give it up for Chris.
This is an original piece, obviously written by me. It's titled Bump. Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. Pain beneath my breast. Never have I been so shattered. Will I find rest? Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. Have I ever felt more alone? Wings like angels on my back. Below my ribs, a heart of stone. Ba-dump, ba-dump, crack. Veins of ice, toxic blood, heartbeats slowly pumping poison mud, raging, stinging, the jabbered shards in a world so cold, fate has dealt the cards. Tinkle, tinkle, life in pieces, I find the pain most of all music eases. Tinkle, tinkle, bump.
Next, we're going to play one of the recorded poems from some of the students that weren't able to make it tonight. Let's start off first with You Said Always and Forever by Gabby and Joaquin. Stage name.
Yeah, usually he's walking.
He's walking.
We didn't record. I should have
You said always and forever, but somewhere in between those words, you lied.
My love for you is forever, but somewhere something went wrong, and that lie became yours.
If that's the way you remember it, it's unfair, and in my mind, this isn't something new. For so much trouble, I feel like a fool.
I can't deny the truth. My heart yearns for you, but my mind is reluctant.
If I were to deny what's meant to be so perfect, then I'd be left all alone. I don't deserve it.
Perfection is unreachable, but my love for you is too strong. We come to love not by finding a perfect person, but by learning to see an imperfect person perfectly.
Alright. I like that last line a lot. That was cool. Alright, so let's move on. We have, next up, April.
You're only fooling yourself. You said you loved him and you didn't want to wait, but it's only because you wanted him. Just because you have excuses to go in hand with your lies doesn't mean they aren't lies. Always remember, you're only lying to yourself. Everyone knows your tricks now, even you do, but that won't change a thing. You love the attention, the humiliation, especially when you get caught.
Very nice. Lovely poem, lovely poem. Alright, next up, let's go ahead and move on with Miss Hatfield. Come on down.
All right, Chris picked this out. Mr. Torres himself. I remember the day more like night as I think about it. Clear sun shining like the moon across the water. A note left on the car. Wanting, waiting, hoping to be found. Lifted from the wiper, touching my hand, it began to boil. Burning with curiosity, urging to be open. A peek inside the scribbled note, a dream of the heart appeared.
All right. Let's continue and move on with Josh. Come on down, Josh. Everyone give a big round of applause.
Tell us about it.
You can take off the mic if you want to. You're a little tall. I'm being serious.
True tuning. True tuning. Oh. Just because I'm a tuner doesn't mean my ride is covered in stickers. Just because I'm a tuner doesn't mean I have neon lights on my ride. Just because I'm a tuner doesn't mean I have ridiculous body kits on my car. Just because I'm a tuner doesn't mean my ride is so low it hits the ground. True tuning is the bond between a person and a machine. It's building nothing from something. And if you hear me come in with a loud exhaust, it's for performance and not just to make some noise. True tuning is a lifestyle, and it's definitely not what you're going to see on Fast and the Furious.
Alright. Let's move forward with poem by John.
Every day in life, you have to keep. Every day in life, you have to keep moving forward, no matter what the cause is. Good or bad, calm or mad, happy or sad, whatever feeling comes to the flesh, because there is nothing in this world that deserves to cease tomorrow. There will always be something glistening in even the darkest holes of the universe.
All right.
Where do I begin?
All the stars are crossed,
It's love at first sight,
blinded by a true beauty
a midnight wonder,
that makes true form
staging fights,
and breaking young hearts.
hearts.
Nice.
Great job. Let us once again welcome back Mr. Chris Sanderson.
The next poem is one that I've always kind of held dear, but is not my own. It's Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. It's been so long since I've said it. Give me a minute. "'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mumrads outgrave. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite and claws that catch. Beware the Jug-Jug bird, and shun the frumious Bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the magnum foe he sought, and rested he by the Tumtum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in offish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes aflame came rippling through the tulgey wood, it burgled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through, the vorpal blade went snick-a-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. O frabjous day, Callooh-Callay, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mumrads outgrave.
Excellent.
All right, let's have Miss April come on down.
All day and night we dream for the ability to fly. All day and night come fears that we might fall. Those fears, although strong, will only cushion our fall, because the thought will just help us regain all strength for the ability to try and conquer all.
Lovely.
Once again, let's have Miss Hatfield come and grace us with her words of love. That children was sarcasm.
Yeah, this is sarcasm. I'll go with Sappy. Just for you, Mr. Wilson, Sappy. The light bulb of my heart. The light bulb of my heart flickers off and on, shining only in little spurts, just a flash in time. Instances in darkness, brief enough to see, lasting only but seconds within eternity. The light bulb of my heart shines bright, bright as any star, near but never quite afar, burning, burning long and hard, lasting through the night, never burning out of sight. The light bulb of my heart went out, only I was alone, just me. Darkness all around me, no one and only me. Fear no more, waste no time. The light bulb's just a flash of time in the light bulb of my heart.
Very nice.
His terrible power. You are ignorant, and so you hope to oppose him. You are only insects railing against the heavens, and when you return, you will only run back with your souls drowning in failure, and the aftermath of war lingering in your mouth. You sit and wait, pausing, glancing only once at your flag. I see their faces. I wish not to lose another crowd of people, especially one that I feel holds my heart and its entirety in their hands. I am a prince before I am a son or brother, and I am a noble before I am a peasant. I will die defending my nation before I let my throne, be sold to greed and lust. I'm not a man to lie, and I will certainly not lie when these words leave my mouth. From the me in the past, a once hideous man, I am now a beautiful beast. I have changed myself. I saw the emptiness in the sky. I saw the sorrow. In that moment, I decided to take pity on my people. After all, they could not see. So prince I am, a prince of the field of life and death. Paint stains the mud, and I stand here alone. In my army of one, I am a prince. In my army of one, I fight to the death. Thank you.
Yes! Good job, Liz.
Beautiful poem. All right. Next up, we have Chris and Bree.
Alright, this song is a song we wrote together. It's called Scars. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Luna Morales. Come on down.
Woohoo! You rock! Scootaloo! Don't follow me, sir. What's up?
You're following me, I ain't following you.
This is mic work. Okay. What's it called? Hello. Hi. Oh, okay.
Those eyes. I close my eyes to see new ones open. Palish brown eyes, so lovely, so different. Something about them make me not want to open mine again. The thought lingers in my mind. Eyes like those could make the angriest men melt. The prettiest women have envy. The kids oohs and ahs follow. No one's eyes are like hers. That girl that barely speaks but has a ton on her mind. That girl with the beautiful eyes.
Very nice. Alright, let's go ahead and ask Miss Samantha to come on down.
Have you ever felt anything? Can you even answer truthfully? You say you have, but I know you haven't. I hear, see, and feel, and where I know you can't. You don't exist. I know this. You're just my imagination. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't even eat. I fear her. I wonder why. I was never sure. I couldn't help but feel so weak inside. I was lost and scared. I feel maybe it was for feelings that were never shared. I know she knows who I am. I could always just ask her, but then what would be proper to ask? I think maybe I could treat this as an exam and just know if I study, I'll soon understand this task. So till then, I bid farewell, and if you see her, tell her that no matter how hard she fell, that I love her, and that is something I know for sure.
Beautiful, beautiful. And ask next, Mr. Leo, you have a call.
Yes, Leo.
Leo, come on down.
Thank you, sir.
Wow, okay. Haikus are easy, but they don't always make sense. Refrigerators. Don't worry, I'm just kidding. This is my phone. This is my phone.
Lovely haiku, sir. Great haiku, Leo.
Don't worry, this poem's upbeat. For once about how life's complete. For reasons that I feel good, and not how I'd kill my neighborhood given the chance. Just Dance, Super Mario Bros. Video games, not how my heart echoes. Self-expression, yes indeed it is. And everybody loves, loses fears, and lives. But maybe some more happy stories, like once I was buying groceries. The clerk was coughing, hacking, wheezing. I had a thought that was oh so pleasing. I have an extra drink. If you don't need it, I'm okay with 5, I think. I left that store, I'm nervous, overcome with joy, because of a random kind act by a random boy. Don't get me wrong, sad helps us cope, but there's always good. There's always hope.
All right. Is Karina singing or doing a poem or both? Oh, you got another. Okay, that's you, Marie. Okay. Why don't you come on back, Marie?
painting in the sky. When everyone fails to help, when music doesn't soothe these nerves, I turn to you. Painting in the sky, I breathe in your many colors. My eyes follow the loops and twirls of your clouds. The stars dance around my head. As I try to catch them, all the stress, agony, depression, and anger disappear, as did the sun and the moon. Ah, my friend the moon, your light shows my calm, happy face. Painting in the sky, you're like no other painting. You start my day calming and end my night with sweet dreams.
We're going to do a recorded poem here from Miss Rebecca.
It's been a year and I miss you like crazy. I miss those times we spent together at your house just being lazy. You were the best cousin I ever had. When I was hurting, you always picked me back up and helped me not be sad. You were always protecting me since I was little. And even though you're gone, I know you still protect me because you're my guardian angel.
This Hatfield.
This is actually from a collection. It's called Voices of the Past. This is like one of 35 poems that come from that book. This one's called Eve. I sat on the beach and stared out at the water. A wave caught my breath. Another of God's creatures joined me, as of my species and mine, but different in form. We communicated not, except for in touch. Brought forth did we another of our kind. Soulmates were we. Life passed us joyously, bearing more of our own and making our way to the end. Leaving those we bore to carry on as we had. To one day bring about great nations and tribes. Ours is truly a story of love and life. In the final days of our passage through life, we pray to a greater force, which has made us of one body and soul. For those we have given life to, always be in remembrance of the beginning. Though it is saddening, all things, right or wrong, must come to an end. So shall Miss Jean. Still, on the beach, one will sit, waiting for another of God's creatures, who is the same mind and species, but who is different in form.
Down, Ryan!
All right! Way to go, Ryan. Good form.
Under all these lights, I've been on my own. I hear you calling when I'm alone. You show the lights that bring me to life. I look for you far, but yet you're never there. Under all these lights, I am on my own.
I'm on my own, wishing and dreaming of a place to call home. I want to find you. So where are you?
From the great holy hands of God, he puts me into my crib. Mom is so happy with me and my brothers, but Daddy doesn't agree, not one bit. No, he's just pissed off. The yelling and the hitting just freaking sucked. But my mom sure as hell wasn't gonna put up with it. So we just left in our mother's arms while she was trying to fight her way out. Till I come to meet my two new brothers and father figures. Suddenly I'm being thrown into the lion's den to die, but they just call it school. It was just so confusing and hard, but there was a light at the end of this tunnel, and her name was Shelby. Third grade, I met her brother, my best friend to this day, Chris. Then I flunked to meet Shelby. She was so beautiful, like shooting a .357 Magnum. She made you feel so alive. Before I knew it, I'm crying from my broken heart over the loss of my childhood, the trauma I endured from the wrath of my dad. He may have left, but once faithful, my brother wanted to pick up where he left off. Just like Daddy, he's so insecure and violently critical. But I won't let it worry me or let the hate consume me. Thank God for Chris to help me forgive. God says, how can I forgive you if you can't even forgive your own brethren? School is still such a hassle, but I want to give up but I don't want to give up without a fight. A pain in the ass life is, but I won't cry about it. Crying is for wimps. They don't let wimps into the army, so yeah. 18 now, in love, and won't quit on Shelby or myself. Life sucks, but might as well enjoy it, because it's just begun.
Well, then I guess I'm going to close it out for y'all. Let me come on up there, though.
Yay, Mr. Wilson! Mr. Wilson.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. It was a lot of fun. I like to get to know a little bit more of the inside of people. So I thought, I wasn't planning on doing this, but I figured since y'all did so well, I'll open up a little bit myself. I originally wrote this as a song years ago, and it was the beginning of healing for me. There was a boy whose father left when he couldn't get his life on track. So that's the lesson that he learned when things got tough, to run away and turn your back. He wanted so bad to make his father proud, but Dad was no longer there. All that was left was an empty shell that never really seemed to care. There was a boy in his living room watching daytime TV. His mom was in bed with a hangover. He thought she was just sleepy. He really wished that she could watch with him every once in a while. He watched and he learned how to entertain because he loved to make his mother smile. He had a heart made out of gold. Now he has a heart of stone. He never liked doing what he was told, but he doesn't want to be alone. He's fighting demons from when he was 8 years old. To his regret, he has shown. Still he fights to prove that he is truly bold, even if it goes unknown. There was a boy from a sheltered home who went to a brand new school. He really wasn't sure how to socialize, so he was made to be the fool. He had never understood why he never fit in, and no one ever got his jokes. So he hid all his feelings, and he showed no fear, but that was all just a hoax. I had a heart made out of gold. Now I have a heart of stone. I never liked doing what I was told, but I don't want to be alone. I'm fighting demons from when I was 8 years old. To my regret, I have shown. Still, I fight to prove that I am truly bold, even if it goes unknown.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wilson. Coming and participating and doing just a grand job. Every single one of you that have shown up tonight, those of you who have come in support of those of us who are reading, family, friends, parents, we really appreciate you being here. And we are just going to keep this thing growing. All right? Get ready for April, right? National Poetry Month, right?
I was like, wait, what?
It'll be okay. I want to thank you guys so much. I just am so proud of each and every one of you. I can't say how much that you give me each and every day that I come to work. Okay?
I love you, Sasha.
I love you guys so much.